Alright, welcome back to another deck highlight video. Today we're going to be focusing on a bit of a fun deck that I've been enjoying playing. The meta hasn't been great, so I haven't been uploading a whole lot, so just need a mental break from Aelioth destroying my hopes and dreams as well as my cards. But this is the deck that I've been running, that I've been having a lot of fun with. It's a more relaxed, fun deck, more than a really good you should be pushing infinite conquest with. But the premise is pretty simple. It's a high evolutionary deck that's focused around Abomination. Abomination under high evolutionary is it costs one less for each card that your enemy has in play that's afflicted by a negative power, whether that be I inflict the power or they just put it into a bad location. Either one works. So the premise here is pretty simple. We have Cyclops to, when we float energy, he causes -1 to 2 cards in his lane. Scorpion applies -1 to all of the cards in our opponent's hand. Nebula is just a good rate 1-drop in almost every high evolutionary deck. Same with Sunspot, but then he synergizes with Cyclops. We have Thing, who in high evolutionary gives -1 to 3 different cards in the same lane. And then Spider-Woman just gives -1 to all enemy cards in her lane. So we have a lot of ways to produce the minus effect. But the big issue here is, well, when we Scorpion, they might not play as many cards as we would like. Enter Dr. Octopus. We just pull 4 cards from our hand, fill their lane. You know, sometimes he isn't the nicest guy, but he gives us a free Abomination if we played Scorpion this game. So, and if he doesn't get killed instantly by Aelioth or Shang-Chi, then we do have a 10 power card in a lane, and we can play around that to see how we can win the game from there. We also have Magic, just to give ourselves an extra turn. If we don't have Dr. Octopus or Abomination, it gives us an extra turn to get those cards set up and going. And finally, Rogue. Luke Cage is the biggest issue card we have to worry about. So having Rogue to steal the ongoing ability from him is very good. Anyway, that's the deck. If you guys enjoy, please consider subscribing and leaving a like, letting me know. And let's hop into the gameplay. Alright, hopping into the first game. As I said, I am sorry for the lack of uploads. I said I was going to get better at doing it more consistently, but the metagame was just so stale and unfun. I literally stopped playing the game for a week. Like, I couldn't deal with it. So, but looking into the future, that sounded weird. Looking towards the future, like the new cards coming out, we have whatever the one person saying. Is this a Viper deck? I'm concerned there might be a Viper here. I think that is supposed to be a Viper deck. Is this just a junk deck? Not exactly sure what we're looking at. The big issue here is we really haven't gotten any cards that we would be liking to have. Oh, and my tangent, sorry. Looking to the future, the next season pass card looks really fun. I'm probably going to try a bounce deck with that deck, so be on the lookout for that Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. But it looks like a very fun card that's going to open the door, possibly. I don't really know what I want to do here. I think I want to do that. Give me some more time. But yeah, it looks like a very fun card. Then following that card up, we have Man-Thing, who looks like a very fun card as well to pair with. What are the odds we're playing 2 Dr. Octopus decks? That's crazy. I'm assuming him doing the whoops was because he saw the thing before I saw that he got shanked. But it happens when you're in Dr. Octopus. I'll continue my rant in the next one. Alright, but yeah, Man-Thing looks like a very fun card. Might get slotted into this deck, we'll see. And then I can't think the card after Man-Thing, but the third card of the month is Niku Minoru, who looks like a fan-fucking-tastic card. I'm super excited for Niku Minoru. And then the final card is Werewolf by Night, who also looks like an amazing card. Basically what I'm saying is all of the cards coming out this month look like very fun cards that aren't going to be oppressive cards like Mobius M, Mobius R, and Alioth are. So I'm very happy about that. It's just, you know, not fun. Like, it is just very not enjoyable going into Mobius M Mobius, and then you have to run it because he counters himself. You get the idea. That's why I'm playing a fun, relaxing, casual deck. I'm intrigued as to why he's set up in the sewer system. To me, it feels kind of random, but what do I know? He played into New York. They're both still technically afflicted by -1, I believe, even after that, so. That's actually a really unfortunate bounce, because he's gonna Venom that lane. So I have to... I don't need to play into New York. I think that's fine. I have Shang to play into sewer if they Venom here. I think that's what they're going to do. And that's why Shang is here, baby. Yeah, I don't really have a card that I'd like us to get pulled this turn. I'm pretty sure like I have to Shang. Like I have to Shang next turn, there's not really a whole lot else I can do. I don't know what he's thinking so long about. I feel like he can't have that many plays. Okay. He timered. Maybe he was hoping that I would take initiative from him? I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I think this is my play line. Because this beats Venom here. This also beats them moving things into New York and playing like Death or Null or something there. So I feel good about that. Doesn't beat that. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, he must have had a really awkward hand. Like, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I could have just played Shank mid and won. But, I mean, that's the issue with New York, is you have to play like 5 million possibilities. I'm not saying it's a bad location, just saying. That's what happens with New York. You have to think about a lot of possibilities that may or may not happen. Could have just moved one more card. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. Alright, hopping into the next one. I asked, I believe in like the most recent or the one before it, if people wanted to see losses. So that's why the previous game is staying in. People said they like to see the more realistic approach to the deck. You're gonna see that this deck isn't a perfect deck. which I mean, I think you were expecting based off the fact that it's just a more fun deck. But you'll still get to see the more fun Dr. Octopus pulls that we have lined up here. This is hella discard. I'm seeing a lot of hella discard. I'm assuming it says Asgard is the hot location as I'm recording this, so that would be my assumption as to why there is so much going around. My hope was that this location would turn into Asgard. I'm gonna Abomination aggressively here because I want to try and steal this Asgard so that way they don't get the consistency they want. Right, Hela thrives off consistency, so I want to take away as much as it can. See, the thing is, they have 4 cards in hand. I don't think I want... Like, that could pull an Infinite. And that would be really bad. I don't think I need to explain why that would be just so terrible. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's funny. I don't think it's the right play, though. Black Cat, Infinite. Oh. Ah! That was really funny, actually. So, okay. So the things here that are going through my mind. We don't have priority. 1. We lose to Magento. We are up 10 power right. So we lose to Magneto, which is not uncommon for it to be in this deck. We also would lose to Hulk, but they could assume we don't have Shang and play middle. Let's go. Love to see it. He now knows that his fate. Swarm. Okay. Shang was worth like 500 points there. It's pretty crazy. Also, I guess I should show this. I'm playing it around like 30,000 or something. I don't know. I stopped giving a shit about the infinite rank. I got up to like 25,000 at one point and then took the week-long break, lost like 7,000 rank. So, it's whatever. But as much as it was me being a little bitch about not playing the game because I didn't like the metagame, I will say that I have heard from other more popular content creators, specifically Jeff Hoogland, who was also not enjoying the meta. So it has seemed like a very common consensus that the meta was just not very fun. And I know that that's me giving an excuse, but I'm just saying it ain't just me. I think Magic is good for us here because then he can't do like cheeky wave bullshit. I'm trying to think if I want Limbo. I don't think I want Strange Academy. I think I'm playing around Bifrost. I don't want Strange Academy existing. I'm thinking about what's going on here. I thought this was like the movers deck. Doesn't seem to be the case. Not exactly sure what this deck is. Spider-Woman hits Silk before she moves. Just as a clarification as to why I'm doing it. I guess based off like what I'm seeing in this deck, that it'd be a Vision that gets played over there. I don't know. Captain Marvel. I was close. Right, Abomination can't get reduced because of this cool card. Yeah, well, whatever. I play Abomination here because I can play anything else left, bump the Silk, and then Captain Marvel gets pinned left because I have power there. What does that move? Okay. Weird, but alright. So I do that because it stops the Nebula proc. Nope, wrong order. I want the Silk to stay over here. That's why I need the Rock second. So this puts me down 1 left, which means Captain Marvel's in a weird spot. Sunspot goes up 2 to 19. So it puts me at 5 here, which is fine. And then this stops the Nebula from going up any power, keeps me at 11 difference here. Obviously one of these 2 lanes gets Silk, but that's fine. Hit the rock. Hit the rock. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful man, you. Trying to think about what I could have done differently there. I don't think there's really anything I could have done, because there's no way I could get the Silk over to the right. Is basically at the end of the day what happened. It is what it is. It looks like it is the Little Movers deck that I was playing. Like they probably were missing like an Angela Craven or something. They got a really good hand though. Alright, hopping into game 5. Might be the last game. We'll see. Dude, I swear it's always Dr. Octopus that gets hit. That shit's so annoying. I think I'm accepting I'm not getting Raft. Well. I just don't think I can play up-tempo enough for Raft is my issue. Oh my god, does Mobius have Mobius delete Raft? Like, do I get a 6 cost card because of him? That'd be so annoying, actually. Okay, thanks. Don't exactly know what you're going for there, but alright. This looks like a junk deck. Yeah, so I do this, I get Raft, and I go up 16. I'm assuming that's a Carnage that gets played there. But either way, I mean, I'm getting the free card I want, and I'm going up left, and I'll be up right, likely. So, oh my gosh. What a travesty. Hey, he just pulled Venom, which literally doesn't matter. Um, yeah, this is a retreat. Thanks, game. Real cool. Yeah, that's probably the second worst card it could have been. Because Infinite still would have been bad. There are 2 6-drops that you just never want to see. Most of the time it's Infinite. It's unfortunate that the raft is in the left location. But what can you do? I'm leaving that in because that's funnier. Nothing to do with the deck. It's just like, yeah, I didn't get the raft. I got the raft card. Couldn't use mine. He can probably use his, so I have to retreat, right? Like he could have played like death in his raft card, and I can't do anything. All right, hopping into what will likely be the last game. Ugh, it's annoying. Oh, this is a Loki deck. I don't know what other decks run Quinjet, if I'm being completely honest. And then I'll Magic Bifrost out. So he has 4 cards in hand. Loki's a weird one to me. Because Loki gets kind of shut down by Crimson Cosmos, right? Like, it's a terrible location. I kind of want to rogue a Quinjet. I don't think it's very good. I'm sorry. Why is there a black cat? I'm roguing it because I don't understand what they're playing. And so I would rather just take the ability. Okay, if they are playing Loki, why is there a black cat in this deck? So this wins this lane. Right? This is switching up to 11. Yeah, this wins the lane. It also gives me a 5 cost reduction on my Abomination if I pull him in the next 2 turns, which means that I can Abomination and Doc Ock left, which good, yeah, good, very good. I think they don't get the high evolutionary versions of my cards actually. Yeah, because this is starting deck, and these aren't. Yeah, high evolutionary isn't a starting deck card. Yeah, I don't really know how they scale through this. I think they're in like a pretty bad position because this costs 3 for them. That was free. I don't know what cards they have. They could have Doc Ock, and they could be afraid. Yeah. So I was banking on that. And then I can just do that, and that should cover all my bases. Right? Like, that gives +5. I still win, right? I don't know what they're snapping into. I don't know what they can do. I'll snap. I don't know what they can do. I really don't know. Because they have priority. The fact that they have priority is the reason. How can it? What? He just snapped. How can it? Why could he retreat? I thought if you snapped, you couldn't retreat. Did he retreat by like closing out the game? I don't understand. Okay. Well, anyway, that was the deck highlight. Let me know if you enjoyed this slightly different format with the losses in it. If you did enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment letting me know what you did or didn't like. And if you want to see more future deck highlights, please consider subscribing for future decks. I will be posting a video on Lisa Bloodstone, I think is the name of the season pass card, on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I will be trying to get videos out every other day moving forward now that the meta is slightly better. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.